Okay, I inadvertently hit stop instead of pause. This is part 2 of that. This is now combining like terms. Remember the previous video where we had like terms are parts of an expression. Like terms are terms whose variables and exponents are the same. This is video number 2 of actually combining like terms. So there are some catches here that I'll go over. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple in a group, and then you'll do a couple in a group. I'm going to do this first one because it's the only one that comes up like that. So I'm looking for combining like terms. For instance, here I have an A, here I have an A. So they are like terms because they have the same variable A and the same exponent. So I would do 13, and actually this is minus 4. So 13 minus 4 is 9, and I keep the A. So together, these A's equal 9A. Okay, now I'm looking for my next variable, which is the letter B. So I have a positive 5 plus 3. And here, up here, I pointed out, if there's no coefficient, then it's a 1. So that's really adding 1B. So I have 5 plus 3 plus 1, which is 9B. And then I have this 7, which has nothing. So there's no other terms without a variable. So that's my final answer, 9A plus 9B plus 7. All right, let's try the next one. Actually going to do this one, and you're going to do those two. So there's a plain old A right here. So that's a 1A, really, plus 3A. Now there's a little something tricky here because this is a minus A. So I really have 4A minus 8A, which comes out to a negative 4A, but it's A's with the same exponent. Next, I have a B and a B. So 7 plus 5, 12B, and just a 12 plus 12. So you're going to try these two, do these, and you'll end up turning this in later. So I can see those. All right, next one. This one is, if you have all addition and subtraction with some parentheses, we can just pretend the parentheses aren't there. Like this is 5W plus 12W plus 78. So there's no multiplication except for between the variables. So I can just do 5 plus 12, get 17W, no variable there, plus 78. I don't add that in because there's no W on it. It's not a like term. This is a like term, and that's a like term. So here I have no multiplication mixed in there except for between the variables. So I'm going to add 45 plus 21 because they both have a y. 45 plus 21 is 66 y's. 13 minus 8 is 5. That's a little tricky when you have the minus at the end. We'll see how we do with that. Then I have 54n plus 98n because there are no multiplication except for next to the variables. So when I add those together, 54 plus 98, I find that it's 152. So I have 152 n's plus 27. There's no variable on that. Okay, so you try these three, and then that'll come when you turn it in, it'll be turned in. Multiply coefficients if only one variable and only multiplication. So this just is like 5g plus 6. There's only the variable g, and I just have a coefficient and a multiplier. So I can just take 6 times 5. There's 30 g's, because this is saying 6 groups of 5g. 5g, 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 6 times. So I would end up with 30 g's. This is saying 7 groups of 8n, so there's 56 n's. 4 groups of 12, 4 groups of r, 4r times 12 groups is 48r. Okay, so now you're going to do these, and this will be turned in later. Next, this is just practice. So you're going to do these. Okay, write the answers right across here, combining like terms. Okay, see how you do, and then this gets turned in at the end. Okay, part 2 of this, there are 3 coloring activities where you're combining like terms. You start right there. I'll be right over. And what you do here is you start where it says start. So right here's a start. And the answer is your next path. So I have a 3x minus 2x. So that's x plus 1. So here's an x plus 1. So I'm going to color this in, x plus 1. Here's my next one, 4x minus x. Remember, no variable means there is a 1 there. So it's really like 4 minus 1, which is 3x. Nothing else to it, so I'm going to color this. And I'm going to follow the path of combining like terms until I get to the finish. There are 3 of those. There's 1. Please read them. Here is 2. You're combining like terms and coloring to the path. 3. So when you've done this, watch that video, completed this, and completed this, these all get turned in. This whole packet turned in. The whole packet.